Howdy. It's your favorite sexy goth hippie cowboy King Cobra JFS back at you with another video. YouTube. What the fuck is up? I have received the money for the signed tape. It's out in the mail. It'll be there in the next 2 days. So for those of you who ordered that Autographs Love and Vanity tape, it'll be there in 2 days as of today. You getting a signed t-shirts, fresh, brand new, unused cologne from, the Bond Grondak soap company. I ordered some more of that soap myself. I'm about out. Got a little drink combination for you cool cobras chilling out, making wands for Etsy. I had a fan who sent me stickers with the cult symbol on the fucking front of it, and they look sick. I don't even care if they're in cult colors. I could use that for wands, as the note inclined. And what do you think that is? Oh, yes. In the background, you see it. Working on wands for Etsy. Build another batch. Look at that. We got some Bacardi Dragon Fruit. Bacardi Dragon Fruit. That's pretty tasty. And some Coca-Cola. That's basically what's in the old glass. Rest in peace, George Floyd. This is the anniversary of which George Floyd was killed by some racist assholes who are now, thankfully, in prison. To quote Toby Keith, justice will be served and the battle will rage. Yes, sir. And the same whiny fucking assholes that bitch about Black Lives Matter are the same assholes that get offended by everything else. And it's ridiculous anymore, YouTube. I'm making a new batch of wands for Etsy. Every one I include in this batch is going to have a shotgun shell on it. It's going to be sick, bro. This wand right here is orange and red, and it has the cult symbol with an orange background. It looks nice. I'm going to have to charge a bit more for some of these wands, but that's all right. Now, this wand I'm making is my next one. Once I get it to ponging state, then I build another one. So that eventually when that one gets done drying, I'm already on the next one. That's the system I go with because I got to build a batch of wands. I don't even care what the money I make off of Cobra Craft wands. It is appreciated, but it's just getting to please my fans with the thought of, I got a wand from King Cobra. That's pretty sick, bro. I carry this wand around with me all the time. Yeah, it should be. No, but rest in peace, George Floyd. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Red Lives Matter. Some Lives Matter. I like hanging out with my friends, but I gotta get those wands done, YouTube. And the wands I make are, beautiful. My wand making skills have definitely stepped up in quality. Compared to when I first started making wands, dude, My new ones are fucking gorgeous. People are liking the shotgun shelled handled effect. It's pretty sweet. But I'm glad the assholes who murdered George Floyd are in jail. Good fucking riddance. That's the kind of crap that paints a bad image for cops in general, you know. There are a lot of good cops out there who do an awesome job protecting the community. And the racist assholes are the ones that get focused on. It's frustrating. YouTube recommended the video that I watched earlier, and I was just like, what? I don't even want to get into that right now because we're going to keep the focus on what we're doing right now. So the fucking fan who ordered that signed autographed Love and Vanity tape, it's on its way, bro. Get psyched. Yes. I appreciate the support I get from my fans, regardless if you're buying t-shirts or wands or tactical soap or whatever. Just tuning in to watch the video. I appreciate it. The same assholes who get offended by the whole Black Lives Matter movement are the same assholes that get offended by the term breastfeeding because you must be gender inclusive. I am seriously over our fucking retarded society. Cobra's got the Bacardi. I'm not gonna drink all this in one sitting, but I could pour myself another and be just fine for a moment. Got some Dragonberry Bacardi and some Coca-Cola. Pour it. Pour it. Oh, yes. Drink combos. Yeah. It's gonna be one soggy ass cracker because I'm about to get a little tipsy and just bitch about our society's problems. Here's the thing of it, YouTube. If you're white, you have no idea what it's like to be black or to experience the struggles and the hardships that the black community have faced. If whites went through the same exact shit as blacks, like to the same degree, it'd be a different argument. But the Irish and Scottish, when they were enslaved, they were not forced into it, okay? They were trying, granted, yes, they were trying to escape a hard life from Scotland and Ireland and all that, but they were not forced to come over here. There's a difference. And could you imagine if you, as a white person, were systematically targeted by black cops just because you were white? If you can't begin to imagine how that feels, then, dude, you don't understand. You know, hey, to George Floyd, we got some dragon fruit Bacardi and some Coca-Cola. I don't know if he would have liked it personally, but I'm having a drink. I'm celebrating my successes in my own life, but also raising a glass to those who have struggled, because the struggle is real, as they say, regardless of what you're struggling with. And I don't want to come off as racist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody at the end of the day is struggling with some shit. That's the goddamn truth. The people who get offended by the Black Lives Matter movement just simply do not understand. It's not about a movement of you know what I'm saying? There are people out there who are just like, oh, that, they take the the face value of what it says and over interpret it. What the Black Lives Matter movement's about is Black Lives Matter too. That's exactly why they say it. Okay? It's not that, oh, they think they're better than whites and vice versa. Fuck that racist bullshit. Now, I've been swatted by the Casper PD at my old place, and it's a bit disconcerting to think that this kind of shit, but I'm not complaining about that because it could be worse. There are situations that just play out. You're grateful that, you know what I'm saying? The situations don't play out worse. And I'm not comparing my swatting to anything, to be honest, because what George Floyd went through was so much worse. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? That's why I don't bitch about getting trolled or swatted. It's because there are folks and individuals out there who experience so much worse. It is a sense of white privilege, if you think about it. Like, I'm not trying to crap on my own race, but it's the truth. People who are white get treated better, and it's fucked. Everyone should get treated the same. This fucking social patriarchy bullshit, That's why I say power to the people. You want to study magic, you want to empower your mind. Now, for the assholes who are offended by the Black Lives Matter movement, you're more than likely going to be offended by terms like breastfeeding. Nah, shit you not. There are people out there who are offended by terms like Black Lives Matter and the term breastfeeding. If you are offended by these two statements, then you need to get a life, you fucking snowflake. I think to myself, in the midst of writing new music for a new album and making some badass wands for Etsy, let's take a break and do some shit, man. Fucking do a video on YouTube.
G'day, you good motherfuckers, the Bucksman here, and did you know that if your mother breastfed you as a child, you are a bigot? You're a bigot. You're a piece of shit.
What? Okay. This goth is literally sitting here stunned in complete bullshit. Like, what? If your mother breastfed you, you're a bigot and a transphobe and a piece of shit. I'm like, okay, can we just stop with this? No? Why? I support trans rights, but when the other side, being the trans side, takes it too far, okay. I want to just come right out and say it. How the fuck does calling it breastfeeding make you a transphobe? Especially when it has nothing to do with your... There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. Everything for a reason. There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. There are people out there who look for reasons to be offended and pissed off. Everything's sexist, everything's racist, and I must be offended, and it's so exhausting. There are people out there who are offended because you call it breastfeeding instead of whatever we're going to get into it, YouTube. This is gender relations, racial equality, goodness. One of my fans sent me a badass leather sticker with my symbol, with the cult symbol carved on it. That'll make for an awesome wand. But we're not talking about my wands. We're talking about racial equality, gender equality. You know, just making society a better place. If you don't like somebody, then fucking ignore them to the best of your abilities and learn to coexist with them. That's what I say.
Transphobic and probably misogynistic as well. How do you feel?
Yeah. So according to some studies, if you were breastfed as a kid, you're now transphobic. Now, I got a fucking badass food challenge planned for YouTube later on after this video, so stick around for that goodness. But, holy crap. Really? I support transgender rights, but when you're so sensitive that the simple term breastfeeding offends you, do we really have to have this fucking conversation? If you're so offended, the people calling it because men don't lactate. We do, okay, men do lactate, but not the way women do when it comes to things like breastfeeding. Like, this is the thing of it. Okay, women are designed to feed their child from their titty. It's perfectly natural. And people are throwing the biggest fucking stink about it. We don't want to offend women and we don't want to offend transgenders. So everyone's having this conversation about we should call it chest feeding. And it's like, okay, men do not breastfeed their children. And if anyone tries, you're a sick fucking asshole. You know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Wait till you hear the real show. That's not even the half of it. It just goes on like that for a couple segments. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, life is fucking fucked off. And all we can do is make the best of it. My trolls are like, you need to get a job. And it's like, bro, I just made $234 selling an autographed tape. What are you doing with your life? I want to save this for later because, like, the bottle is like halfway, a little under halfway. Yeah, this Bacardi Dragon Fruit is delicious, dude. You mix it with some Coca-Cola. Dude, that's a drink combo. I like it. I'm serious. Like Dragon Fruit, Coca-Cola. There you go. It's just your typical rum and Coke, but done with different exotic flavors. Get like a little drunk and fucking bitch about society's problems. And here we go. This minute is 8 minutes and 17 seconds long.
Feel about yourself. I spit on you. What I'm saying is, if you sucked on your mother's nipples for sustenance and nutrition back when you were a little baby, then you are a piece of shit. That's what I'm.
So you're telling me that if my biological mother Laura breastfed me, that I'm a piece of shit? Well, fuck you. Fuck my biological mother Laura. She's a psycho Pentecostal cunt. Okay, that's not nice. Did I say this channel was gonna be nice? And no. On the same note, I'm not going to judge my biological mother for what she's been through. You know? Fucking. Yeah. There are churches out there that fucking brainwash people for the wrong reasons. And it's like, no.
I'm trying to get across to everyone who is watching this. But also, if you are from Tasmania and you're 25 and you're still sucking on your mum's nipples, I don't have a problem with it. Good on you guys. I really enjoy Tasmania. You've got a weird thing going on down there, but you do you. Why are you so evil if you suck on your mama's titties as a baby? Let me tell you, it's finally time to...
Yeah, when our society is so overly goddamn sensitive that a mother breastfeeding her child, innocent enough, if somebody gets offended by it, you're just like, ah. Could you imagine being like, oh, that kid's crying, the mother doesn't have a bottle prepared, so all she gotta do is whip out her titty in a blanket, if she has one, and suckle her kid. Suckle meaning the, yeah, you know, like, people are fucking stupid, YouTube. We're gonna get offended by breastfeeding. Yeah, even though blacks have been fucked with for thousands, hundreds, whatever amount of years for a long ass fucking time. We're gonna get offended by the whole Black Lives Matter. You know, it's so dumb. If you get offended by Black Lives Matter, you're missing the point, is what I'm saying. You too. Yeah. Whew. Okay. There's enough alcohol for the minute. What's in this glass? Is Cobra gonna finish for you response or yeah, we'll finish it.
To do the right thing and ban the word breastfeeding and replace it with chest feeding.
What? There are people who are so offended by the word breastfeeding because it's gender inclusive that they must call it chest feeding. What? Okay, yeah, there were children in Africa who were starving. And you're offended because someone called breastfeeding chest feeding. Slow clap for you. There are children who are starving in third world countries. And you're offended because someone called breastfeeding chest feeding. And guess what? If you call it chest feeding, there's a female who's going to get pissed off about it because she'll say things like, and I quote, men don't lactate from their nipples enough for them to feed the children. And so it's like, okay, no shit. Like, women are the only ones who are genetically allowed to breastfeed children because they're boobs. Oh, Cobra said boobs. Oh my God, offensive. Because boobs produce milk. It's the same for a lot of mammals, you dumb motherfucker. Dragon fruit, Bacardi, and Coca-Cola. Oh, fucking goddamn it, dude. You're 21 and up, then this is perfectly legal.
Finally, Australian National University, the ANU, urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding, gestational parent instead of mother.
What? ANU urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding, gestational parent instead of mother. What the fuck is a gestatal? Every day it feels like we get a new fucking term. One day it's reverse sexism. The next minute it's me too. And you're sitting there going, okay, I can't keep can't keep track of all of the fucking new terms. The fact that there were people offended by it because it's called chest feeding. Whatever. You can't call it breastfeeding because the word breast offends you. Oh my fucking God, it's so stupid. YouTube, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be that one guy, but it's the truth. Got like 24 wings and some hot sauce to smear on top for a future challenge video, but we're going to focus on this one right now.
While we're at it, why don't we just replace the name of father as the haver or have notter of cocks or balls? Hashtag cocks don't matter. Remember that. The country's
Fucking hell. It's enough alcohol to numb the senses just beautifully. Yeah, freaking.
leading university, sounds like a great place, has asked staff to adopt gender-inclusive parenting language such as chest feeding and
What? Gender inclusive parental language like chest feeding. That's. Oh my fucking God, YouTube. You think parents aren't sick and tired being told how to raise their kid? Especially when their kid's in a loving and happy and safe environment. Like, you're fucking stupid.
human milk. Fucking shoot me now. You know, I've heard about this university before. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Grossly inappropriate comedian to perform at Cambridge by Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson. Hey, Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson, fuck you to the moon.
Yeah.
Send me that t-shirt, both of you. Fuck you to the moon. ANUSA Social Officer Matthew Mataloa described Cambridge's decision to allow Butterfield to perform at ANU as grossly inappropriate, asserting that Butterfield's presence would hurt so many already marginalised communities and would only validate other people's sexist and anti-Semitic behaviour. You know, I just wanted to point out to everyone at your precious little university, you know that I don't hate anyone, right? You know that the things I say on stage are jokes, yeah? You know the reason I say them is because in my mind I go, that's fucked up and also pretty funny. Even though I don't mean them, they're still fucked up and still funny. You fucking idiots. And even though they whinged in their little student newspaper about me, they still had me there that year and sold the show out, promoting your...
And now I do appreciate the fucking support I get from my fans. About to go out for a smoke. You don't see me doing it on camera, but that's alright. What the fuck smelling in the jacket? Hold on a second. What the fuck? This is ridiculous.
I spit on you. What I'm saying is, if you sucked on your mother's nipples for sustenance and nutrition back when you were a little baby, then you are a piece of shit. That's what I'm trying to get across to everyone who is watching this. But also, if you are from Tasmania and you're 25 and you're still sucking on your mum's nipples, I don't have a problem with it. Good on you guys. I really enjoy Tasmania. You've got a weird thing going on down there, but you do you. Why are you so evil if you suck on your mama's titties as a baby? Let me tell you, it's finally time to do the right thing and ban the word breastfeeding and replace it with chest feeding. Finally, Australian national.
There are people out there. There are people out there who are offended if you call it breastfeeding. What? Australian National University urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding. Gestational parent insisted instead of wait, what? Gestational parent instead of mother. Well, why are we doing this crap? You have a mother, you have a father. Your mother breastfeeds, your father doesn't. Why are we making this more complicated than it needs to be?
National University, the ANU, urges staff to say chest feeding instead of breastfeeding, gestational parent instead of.
Pour some hair of the dog. I poured some in my glass. Yes.
Mother. While we're at it, why don't we just replace the name of father as the haver or have-notter of cocks or balls? Hashtag cocks don't matter. Remember that. The country's leading university, sounds like a great place, has asked staff to adopt gender-inclusive parenting language such as chest feeding and human milk.
Fucking fuck off. You want to be gender inclusive about breastfeeding? Okay, let me let you in on a secret. The only ones that can breastfeed are women. If you were born cis woman and you have titties, no matter how big they are, it's irrelevant. The only ones that can breastfeed are women. I touched on this in a previous video. but I didn't go into full depth like I wanted to. Excuse me. And I'm sitting here like there are people out there who are offended because you called it breastfeeding. Now, I made a lot of really good fair points last time I responded to this video, but I did not make all the points I wanted to make. Excuse me. The fact that there are people out there who are offended by the term breastfeeding, it's beyond me, YouTube.
Fucking shoot me now. You know, I've heard about this university before. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Grossly inappropriate comedian to perform at Cambry by Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson. Hey, Grace Sixsmith and Nick Richardson, fuck you to the moon. Send you that t-shirt, both of you. Fuck you to the moon. ANUSA Social Officer Matthew Mataloa described Cambry's decision to allow Butterfield to perform at ANU as grossly inappropriate, asserting that Butterfield's presence would hurt so many already marginalised communities and would only validate other people's sexist and anti-Semitic behaviour. You know, I just wanted to point out to everyone at your precious little university, you know that I don't hate anyone, right? You know that the things I say on stage.
No, my last video was shit, fuck, I just woke up. The last fucking video was about how racist our country is. And now, on top of being our society being super racist, now I got a video where our society is just super sensitive.
Jokes, yeah? You know, the reason I say them is because in my mind I go, that's fucked up and also pretty funny. Even though I don't mean them, they're still fucked up and still funny. You fucking idiots. And even though they whinged in their little student newspaper about me, they still had me there that year. We sold the show out. The promoter Yours and Ours sold it out. But then, wait for it, in 2021, they complained again and my show got cancelled at ANU, and Yours and Ours picked up this big stink and cancelled my show at Wollongong Uni as well. If you want to know more about Yours and Ours, check out Friendly Geordie's video. It's a very interesting video. Anyway, still coming to Canberra, so don't fucking worry. Ticket links down below. I'm there on July 1st. I found another venue, a better venue. Fucking come and see me, you mad dogs. And now that my big bitch and personal whinging, moaning and groaning is over and I've plugged my show, let's get back to the chest and breastfeeding. The university has encouraged staff to use breast-inclusive language, titty-inclusive language, parent-inclusive language, such as chest feeding.
Could you imagine? Australia's leading university has encouraged staff to use parent-inclusive language, such as chest feeding instead of breastfeeding and human milk rather than mother's milk. First of all, if you call it human milk, you're a sick fucking asshole. because women are the only ones that lactate enough from their nipples to feed their offspring. Men don't really do that crap, and if we're so offended by everything that we have to call breastfeeding, chest feeding, I'm just like, where's the alcohol? I'm done with your stupid shit.
Instead of breastfeeding, human milk rather than mother's milk. I'm sorry, but human milk sounds like cum.
This oceanside villa is about to become the backdrop for an unforgettable vacation memory.
This is just another example of everyone having to change to fix someone's delicate sensibilities. Why should everyone change exactly how they live their life, which doesn't hurt anybody, just to fix this ridiculous notion?
Yeah, no shit. So thousands of people are supposed to stop calling it breastfeeding because a small chunk of the population is offended because you call it breastfeeding. Like, what? I touched on a lot of good points when I responded to this video last, but I didn't touch on all the points I wanted to make. So I'm going to redo this and add to the points that I didn't touch on. Because according to some fucking sensitive ass snowflakes, according to some people, if you call it breastfeeding, you're an insensitive prick. And I'm like, why do we even try anymore? Doesn't matter what we do, someone's going to be offended.
That 1/10 of the population of the world has an issue with. And you know what? That's probably unfair to that 1/10 It's probably 1/10 of that 1/10 that whinges and bitches on Twitter for a living that has an issue with it. We have to curtail and change our entire lives to suit these fucking whingers.
Yeah. We gotta sit here and change. We gotta sit here and change. We gotta change how people inclusively say things because less than 1/10 of the Twitter population is offended. Like, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but this shit concerns me.
that you wouldn't spend a moment on. Similarly, the terms like mother and father should be replaced with gestational and non-gestational parent, according.
Gestational? What the fuck is gestational? I'm sorry, but let me just grab a squizzle of this. Well, bloody hell, I'm good on that alcohol for a minute. The point I made in my last video, there are people out there who are offended because you say Black Lives Matter, not fully realizing what it's about. There are people out there who get offended because you say Black Lives Matter, not realizing that there's a reason why we have that movement, you fucking dumb asshole. And this is why I did a response to this video yesterday, but I didn't fully touch on the points I was trying to make. So I'm going to redo it for a little morning stream. No, it just fucking boggles my mind. People have been calling it breastfeeding for years. If you as a child suck from your mother's titties, and you as a baby, you get milk from your mother's boobs, apparently now you're a bigot. And I'm just like, can we stop? Don't you ever stop and go and think to yourself, our society is a little too sensitive. gender inclusive language for the parents today. You know what? My parents that raised me didn't need gender inclusive language to feel included in everything. Because to be honest, my parents didn't care about gender inclusive language. Whether or not their kid was safe and provided for, that's what they cared about. No, it's the truth, YouTube. You think today's parents are gonna be like, oh my god, they said I was breastfeeding my child. I want them to call it chest feeding because if they don't, then I'm going to be super offended and pussy hurt over it. Get over yourselves. I'm all for supporting transgender rights. Like you want to chop your dick off and cut it in half the long way and turn it inside out and make a fucking vagina out of it. As long as you're 18 or older, I don't care. If you're 18 or older, you've been through puberty, and you want to do the whole trans thing. Yeah, more power to you, man. As long as you're 18 or older and it's consensual and you've been through puberty and you want to do the whole trans thing, go for it. It's your body, it's your rights. However, if you're so offended by gender inclusive language that you're like, did you just say breastfeeding? Oh my god. I think anyone who gets offended by the term breastfeeding is secretly a sexist towards women. That's what I think. Towards women. That's what I think is secretly a sexist towards women. Because the only ones that can breastfeed are mothers who have a kid. They push a baby out of their vagina, or if they have a C-section, the doctor will cut their stomach open and pull it out and stitch them back up. Regardless of how the kid's delivered, if a mother is going to breastfeed her child, it is a natural human thing. It's the oldest time, and humans aren't the only ones that breastfeed. Puppies do the same shit, so do kittens. Like, if your cat or your dog has puppies or kittens of their own, you ever seen how, right? How baby kittens and baby puppies, okay, they will suck from their mother's teats when they're like babies and they're freshborn kids, basically. There's no way I slept all day, and it's only 8 o'clock at night already. 8:59 p.m. Well, I didn't mean to fucking sleep. If I did end up sleeping all day, it was unintentional. Fucking A.
According to the Australian National University's Gender Inclusive Handbook. The Gender Inclusive Handbook, that book would make Prince Philip's rotting corpse seem interesting. It would make Meghan Markle's worldview seem important, and it would make Harry's choice of clothing seem appropriate. My point.
Yeah, Prince Harry being super racist, but you're offended because someone said breastfeeding.
Is the Gender Inclusive Handbook sounds fucking stupid, but also it sounds like a great 8th Harry Potter book. May I give you the synopsis of Harry Potter and the Gender Inclusive Handbook?
I watched this video before. I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I found this shit funny. Just wait.
Basically, what happens is Hermione grows a cock and then fucks Ron with it. It's a great read. It's really
Isaac Butterfield is being cheeky with his typical Australian behavior, like a very typical Australian sense of humor. Ridiculous. Harry Potter and the gender-based handbook of what? Gender inclusive. Okay, no offense to J.K. Rowling, but that's funny shit. Hermione grows a cock and fucks Ron. That's hilarious.
Hagrid becomes a champion, world-renowned weightlifter in the female division.
Yeah, Hagrid becomes a world-renowned champion in the female division because apparently he's trans.
Sounds fucking stupid, but also it sounds like a great 8th Harry Potter book. The Inclusive Handbook sounds fucking stupid, but
like, I like how our society is like, don't be gender inclusive. You can't say breastfeeding. You must say chest feeding, otherwise you'll offend people. But the second you try to be more gender inclusive, they're just like, hey, it's not all about gender, you dickhead. Women are just as strong as men. We can do anything you can do.
But also, it sounds like a great 8th Harry Potter book. May I give you the synopsis of Harry Potter and the Gender Inclusive Handbook?
Harry Potter and the Gender Inclusive Handbook. Now, Mr. Buttsman, Isaac Butterfield, I'm a die-hard Harry Potter fan, but that shit made me laugh my ass off when I saw this.
Basically, what happens is Hermione grows a cock and then fucks Ron with it. It's a great read. It's really romantic. Hagrid becomes a champion world.
Hagrid becomes a heavyweight lifting champion in female sports.
Now, weightlifter in the female division, and Snape has Voldemort's baby.
Now Snape has Voldemort's baby. Oh my god, dude, that's seriously too goddamn funny. People are so worried about being gender inclusive that it's like you fail to realize that women lactate and produce breast milk and give birth to babies. Men don't. So, in my personal opinion, it's more gender inclusive to call it chest feeding than to call it what it is. What it's been called for several centuries now. We're going to call it breastfeeding because women feed their child from their breast. It is a mammal, a human being, a mammal. Being like, the baby wants the baby, you know what I'm saying? You want to call me an arsehole, but it's the goddamn truth. If you're offended by things like the term breastfeeding, I think you weren't breastfed as a kid. That or you're secretly gay and super offended by women. On top of it, to be offended by things like the term breastfeeding. Did I seriously sleep all day? Holy crap. I didn't mean to sleep all day. What? But I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I think J.K. Rowling is brilliant. But this made me laugh my ass off. Harry Potter and the Gender Inclusive Handbook. Buttsman literally photoshopped Deathly Hallows book cover to make Harry Potter look like he's holding this handbook of gender inclusiveness. And everyone knows if you're a Harry Potter fan, J.K. Rowling wrote Cursed Child, where Bellatrix Lestrange cheated on her husband and had Voldemort's kid. Kind of beside the point. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that the Buttsman is joking about gender inclusiveness and saying, hey, Snape had Voldemort's baby. As a Harry Potter fan, that shit made me laugh. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. People who get so offended by the term breastfeeding.
And did chest feeds off that creepy snake. Oh, and Neville Longbottom becomes Neville Longtits.
Yes, and Harry Potter and the gender inclusive Chamber of Secrets, apparently. Yeah, Neville Longbottom becomes Neville Longtits. That's fucking funny. Now, if I did sleep all day, I didn't intentionally mean to. I wanted to get up at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning and get back to working on wands. Nah. One of the wands I have in my collection for the next batch of wands will have the Cobra cult symbol on it, on top of having a shotgun shell fired from my shotgun into the handle. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and plug the next batch of wands on Etsy, because the next batch of wands is going to be sick. I am going to charge a little bit extra for the one with the cult symbol on the wand, but your standard Harry Potter style shotgun shelled handled wand, $44 a pop, just because I can't always go to the shooting range with Dark Flinty all the time. Ammunition gets expensive. I don't get to go out shooting very often. It is legitimately getting dark outside. Holy crap, I'm convinced now that I slept all day by accident. Wow. Uh, uh, Oh, sorry about that, YouTube. Had some spicy ass fuck wings. Ordered like 24 Buffalo blazing hot boneless wings from Pizza Hut. And smothered it in like 4 cups of their buffalo medium sauce. Pretty spicy to eat in one sitting, let me tell you. I tried doing it for a YouTube challenge and I was just like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a couple on camera here in a second, but I just wanted to make this video. That's been known to happen. Some days I sleep all day and I wake up and I'm like, fuck, it's already the nighttime. I didn't mean to sleep all day. Yeah, I've been munching on these all day. And some of last night, I have like 6 boneless wings. Dude, if I were to order wings from Wing Street Pizza Hut again, I would order these exact same wings. I paid like $32 for 24 wings, flavored blazing hot, with 4 packets of your buffalo medium sauce smeared on top. I got the wings, dumped all the sauce packets on top, closed it up, shook it up, and I was like, all right, bring on the heat. YouTube, you don't even know the half of it. These things are spicy as One, two, three, four, five, 6. Let's see if I can at least eat 6 on camera without fucking pussying out. Pizza Hut's boneless wings are delicious, but holy shit, that sauce combo. Ugh. Let's grab some water after this. There are people out there who get offended because you call it breastfeeding. I'm done. Society, you pissed me off. People suck. I need a beer. Yeah. T-shirt is in my Teespring. I did not mean to sleep all day, to be honest. But I guess I needed to sleep. I'm gonna end up going back to bed as soon as I get tired again. Dude, these wings. Mm. Yeah, the last 6 of those. Oh, fuck.
Probably read that, to be honest. I'd buy that for $1. You know what?
Oh, fuck, my mouth is on fire. I like Pizza Hut's wings. They're pretty good. They're boneless wings. I especially like because you don't gotta pick it off the bone, just straight into your gullet. But yeah, when I order Pizza Hut's blazing hot buffalo wings with blazing medium buffalo sauce, again, absolutely. Very satisfying on the meat, the heat. It was a delicious treat for my stomach. I like spicy food, to be honest.
Always taken aback with how important people place gender and sexuality and colour. Like, it just seems like you shouldn't worry that much about something that you cannot change. Like your gender identity or your sexual orientation. Firstly, no one cares. Secondly, why should you care so much when you place so much of your life on?
This is how I look at it. Unless you're a pedophile, who cares about your sexuality? To be honest. Like, if you want to fuck other men, you want to fuck other women, and you're the same sex, that's your choice. But if the people you're trying to fuck are underage, that's when I have a problem with it. might be a point I failed to make in my last video. Drinking that Bacardi Dragon Fruit. Oh, bloody hell. Like, I could give, okay, if you're trans and you want to fuck members of the same sex or the opposite sex, I don't care if you want to fuck members of the same sex or the opposite sex, provided they're old enough for you. Okay? Like, if you're a kid and you identify as gay, that's your choice. You want to, you know what I'm saying, do things, you find someone close, like pretty much the same age as you, who's into the same shit, and there you go. I don't care what you do sexually, as long as the people you're with are old enough for you, and it's consensual. Got about like 3 more minutes of this video. I'm gonna smoke. Yes, I gotta smoke outside in my new apartment now. But I don't care. I like living up here, so stepping outside for a cigarette or a bowl. You know what I'm saying? She said this. What the fuck is that nasty shit? And dude, I'm like, it's just my dick. She said, hey Josh, what the fuck's up with your dick thing? You know what I'm saying? And dude, I'm like, I'm proud of what I got, dude. You want my number? She said, and I quote, I farted. Yeah. Get a little bit of extra, you know what I'm saying? Bit of that smell, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. You're not even the real. My knife seems to have fallen out. Get banned. Yeah.
On that one thing, I just don't understand how you can be happy. When you talk about in the real world what you identify as, you sound like a child. Like, take this lady for example. Identify as, understand how you can be happy. When you talk about in the real world what you identify as, you sound like a child. When you talk about in the real world what you identify as, you sound like a child. Like, take this lady for example.
Do you identify as Black? No, it's a serious question. You might not identify. Please put the mic. Thank you.
Yeah. Why am I unhireable? Is there something wrong with me? Am I broken?
There are these algorithms that are secret.
I'm Black.
See, in the real
Yeah,
world,
there are people who identify as Black, and they're whiter than me. This is the kind of crap that gives this cracker a fucking headache. I'm just like, stop. You got people like Nuka Zeus who are sitting there saying they're transracial. And I'm like, where do we draw the fucking line, people? This is ridiculous.
well, that sounds fucking stupid. Of course he identifies as Black. He doesn't need to say that. Why? Because he's Black. Be who you want to be. Don't get me wrong. But expecting everybody to just drop everything and make you feel special is preposterous. And
That's what I'm saying. And that's the whole fucking point of it. YouTube. No one gives a fuck if you're trans or non-binary or if you like the same sex. That's your choice. Good on you, mate. As long as you're attracted to people who are old enough for you, then who cares? But to expect everyone to be so gender inclusive that we can't call it breastfeeding anymore, we have to call it chest feeding. These are the same fucking assholes who get offended because we called it Mr. Potato Head. These are the same fucking assholes who get offended because you called a children's toy Mr. Potato Head. You can't call it Mr. because that's gender inclusive. I like how they're like, don't be gender inclusive, but as soon as everyone tries to say, hey, you know what? Women breastfeed, men don't. Like, I hate sick fucks more than I hate our fucking overly sensitive society. Like, I hate chimos and rapists and sick fucks more than I hate the overly sensitive pussies who are like, you can't call it breastfeeding because it's gender inclusive. Okay, first of all, Dick Lick, if you made the assumption that men can breastfeed too, you're making the assumption that men can give birth to children, which they can't. I don't know how offended you get by it. Women having their periods, women breastfeeding children, and women giving birth to children is something that women do. I don't care how much you change your sexual identity. You can sit there and say you're trans and you want to fuck women, or you want to fuck, whatever the fuck you want to fuck. As long as they're old enough for you and they're quote unquote of age, who cares? But I feel like getting offended by language like breastfeeding is a bit far, to be honest. So I didn't touch on these points when I made the video earlier. So I'm going to retouch on them in the same video response. Because if you're a fucking asshole who gets offended by Black Lives Matter, you probably get offended by the term breastfeeding too, you fucking snowflake. You fucking snowflake.
Anyway, back to the gender handbook and all that shit. It cites a study from 2019 by researcher Lauren Dynor, who claimed that
Insights or cities, a 2019 study by researcher Lauren Dynor, who claimed that, and I'm not making this up, I wish I was, but heterosexual and women-focused lactation language can misgender, isolate, and harm trans masculine parents and non-hetero native families. What? You can chop your dick off and turn it inside out to make a fake pussy, but you can't take it when someone says, hey, here's a woman who is breastfeeding her child. Good on her. She's taking care of her child. Seriously. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's the goddamn truth. I'm going to retouch on this video because I didn't really cover these points strongly enough in my last video. Like, I'm all for I am all 100% for trans rights. But when you're so goddamn insensitive that someone says, hey, here's a mother who is breastfeeding her child, and someone else says, you can't call it breastfeeding because it's gender inclusive. You have to call it chest feeding because you might offend the people. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but that shit is annoying as fuck. When I was a kid growing up in the 90s, nobody gave a shit if you called it breastfeeding because women have breasts. Women are the only ones that breastfeed their children. This is true for a lot of mammals. It's not just humans, mind you. You look at cats and dogs, okay? Yeah, are you going to get offended because some mother with some really cute as fuck puppies is breastfeeding her pups? Like, you can't call that breastfeeding, you must call that chest puppy feeding because you might offend the puppies who are breastfeeding. Okay, if you say crap like that, you're fucking mental. My point being is, if you wouldn't say that crap about dogs and cats and other mammals who chest feed, as you call it, and you think to yourself, I wouldn't get offended if people called it breastfeeding if a dog did it, then why the fuck would you get offended if humans do it and call it as such? If you're offended because someone said, oh, they're breastfeeding their kid. Oh, you can't call it breastfeeding, that's gender inclusive. Well, you can misgender, isolate, or harm trans masculine parents and non-hetero and or native families. Fuck heroin, but I'm just saying, what the fuck is this shit? Trans masculine? Are you kidding me? I'm not here to judge people. Like, if your parents who are transgender and you push that narrative on your kid, I think you're a piece of shit. But as long as the kid's taken care of and they're safe, fed, and taken care of, they have clean clothes and a roof over their head, then outside of that, no judgments. You want to push your transgender narrative on kids, that's effed off. But as long as you're taken care of and the kid makes that choice for themselves, who cares? But we've talked about this on my channel. There are companies out there. Have you seen the booby scarves? The booby scarves are these things that you see on Etsy and all over the internet. They are scarves that resemble tits, okay? And they're sewn out of fabric and string. And you can wear them to keep your neck warm and to have a laugh. Like, oh, hey, look, you got a pair of tits hanging outside your jacket when the weather gets cold. Oh, that's cheeky. You keep your neck warm. Where'd you get those? That's comedic as shit. Oh, there's this Etsy seller that, okay, I gotta get me one. There was a Sydney Watson video, and this company makes penises out of the same material as the booby scars. And if kids are feeling, and I quote, transgender or gender dysphoria, they can stuff these things in their pants to identify as the opposite gender. They don't have them, you know what I'm saying? They don't have the vaginas to help the boys who are experiencing gender dysphoria. Nope, they don't have crap like that. The fake vaginas sewn out of the same material. They don't. But if you're a girl and you're experiencing gender dysphoria, they got the products. And it's like, okay, hold up. You got men who have experienced the benefits of having testosterone and being a man who say to themselves, they're not, maybe they lose in men's sports. In sports where men compete against men, they lose, they struggle. And the only way they can get the advantage is if they identify as trans and come out as a woman. And some of these men genuinely are trans, but the majority of them are just doing it for attention and because they can't beat other men in the same sports and they want to win one for a change. You got women who are saying, I'm sick and tired of men dominating everything women do. And yet, here we have a group of men who identify as women or as trans just so they can compete in sports, dominate, get that trophy. And it's like one more thing that men take from women that women don't have. And as soon as you call it out for the sexist bullshit or how it's unfair, you get called a transphobe. And it's like, would you have the same argument if the situation was reversed? Let's say that women were the tougher sex and that men were the ones that pushed babies out their assholes. Would you have the same discussion? And if you did, could you imagine, ladies? You try to examine that from both sides of the argument, and it's like, fuck this. Transgendered athletes should be allowed to compete in sports. However, they should have their own league. I think it's kind of unfair to have men who identify as women competing in women's sports when if the situation were reversed, do you think a woman who identified as a man could just say that crap and then get away with it? Oh, no, dude. I'm serious. Like, a woman comes out as transgender and says she identifies as a man. Do you think she's going to be allowed to compete in men's sports? Oh, hell no. But if it's the other way around, nobody says shit. Okay, this is another way that men, in general, take advantage of their male privilege in society. And if you call it out for what it is, you get labeled a transphobe. And it's like, stop. Jesus Christ, the phone's blowing up. Yeah, we got a hate text message. Block. For the record, I'm proud of the dick I got between my legs. I identify as a heterosexual white male who identifies as cisgender male. I'm proud of the dick between my legs. I'm sexually attracted to of-age pussy and of-age females. And we're going to leave it at that.
Heterosexual and woman-focused lactation language.
Like, are we so goddamn sensitive as a society that straight heterosexual and woman-focused lactation language, it doesn't misgender anyone? Jesus fucking Christ, why are we having this fucking conversation? If you say to yourself, oi, that's a mother, I bet she's breastfeeding her kid. That's not misgendering anybody. I'm all for supporting transgender rights, provided that you're 18 or older and you've gone through puberty. If you've gone through puberty as the gender you were assigned, and you're 18 or older, and you want to chop your dick off in half and turn it inside out and turn it into a fake pussy, good on you. You know what I'm saying? If it makes you happy, who cares? Provided you're not like creepos like Jessica Univ. Blech. 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 Oh no, dude, stop. Dude, Caitlyn Jenner's surgery is more convincing than Jessica Univ's surgery. Savage burn. No, but Caitlyn Jenner is stunning and brave. It's like you would have been more brave coming out at the height of Bruce Jenner's career when everyone was against it. Now that everyone's being forced to accept it, you're not very brave for coming out as gay or trans in these modern times. If you would have come out when it was less accepted, you would have been a lot more brave. But coming out as trans or gay in today's society is not that brave when everyone is being forced to accept it. Now, a lot of you are going to get pissed off at me for saying that, but it's the goddamn truth. I support trans and gay rights, even before it was required to be accepted. Even before it was like, you have to, otherwise you're a politically incorrect piece of shit. Even before that, I accepted it. It's like, could you imagine being judged for being straight? Oh, wait, yes, I can. But not to the same degree. People get judged for being straight. But they don't get harassed the same way trans and gays have been harassed over the years. Granted, if you're a heterosexual straight woman or straight man and you identify as the gender you were born, people give you shit for it because That's just how it is. And before you get pissed off at it, gays and trans have been harassed for centuries, for years. If you identified as a woman, even though you were a man, or if you identified as a homosexual, people gave you shit for it. And now that people are fucking forced to accept it, they have inclusive rights. To a degree. That doesn't mean you get to fucking pick on straight people now. Like, just because blacks, gays, and women, and transgenders and gays all have rights, I'm all for it. But that doesn't mean that now it's okay to pick on straight white men or straight white women just because they're straight and because of the color of their skin. That makes you no different than the assholes who persecuted you in the first place. Doesn't mean that my discrimination is going to be the same. Because I'll acknowledge that 100%, dude. I might get bullied for being a straight white male, but it's not nearly as bad as what transgendered and gay individuals have to face. Even in a society where you're forced to just tolerate it, otherwise you're automatically a bigot, that doesn't stop people from hating, to be honest. How about a society where we don't care if you're straight, gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual, queer? We don't care if you're straight or LGBTQ+. We don't care as long as you're not touching children and it's consensual and the people you're with are of age. Who gives a shit? Like, I draw the line at transgender. You want to be transracial? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You want to touch kids? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know? We have to draw the line somewhere, YouTube. It's the truth. There are people out there who will use the gay argument to argue for people who touch kids. And it's disgusting. We're not going to make that argument because that's just disgusting. If you wouldn't want someone else touching your own kid, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Like, God damn it. I don't care. Dude, I'm straight up telling it like it is. You want to be trans, you want to be gay, you want to be lesbian, bisexual, queer, whatever you're into. Well, that's your choice, mate. But we draw the line there. Okay? You start going after kids. I fucking hate Chimos more than I hate my trolls. I don't give a shit. If kids want to be transgender, wait till they're 18 or older and they've gone through puberty before they make that decision. If they haven't grown out of it and it's something they genuinely believe in. Okay, you're 18 or older, you've gone through puberty, and you want to, you know what I'm saying, change your gender, go for it. But if you say this crap, people call you a transphobe, and it's like, listen here, you little oversensitive bitch. You little oversensitive bitch. If children do not hit puberty as the gender they are assigned at birth, that has so many health consequences, dude. You don't even know. It's bad enough. We got food with added hormones that are causing kids to hit puberty way too early. There were little girls as young as 8 years old who are getting their first period and developing boobs, and they're not even 16, 13 at the normal age for that kind of thing. And it's because of the hormones in our food. But heaven forbid, right? Your kid wants to be transgender, and there are doctors who advocate for your child taking puberty blockers and getting transgender realignment surgery when they're too young to understand the concept of it. No, dragon fruit Bacardi is for 21 and up. That's what's up.
Can misgender, isolate, and harm trans masculine parents.
What the hell are trans masculine parents? What the fuck is even that?
And non-heteronormative families. Hey, Lauren, get a fucking hobby, you fool. I guess the issue I have with all of this is that these are students at a university learning this. These people are supposed to be the most...
This is where I have a problem with it, YouTube. Exactly as Isaiah Butterfield says. These are students. These are students who have a degree in this crap. What? Hey, Cobra, you're a loser. Yeah, you know, not as much as you are. Block, delete, and ignore. I know. Let's harass somebody with autism because we're bored with our sad lives. Yes, I get people who fucking text me dumb shit, and it's like a block, delete, ignore. Oh my god. Dude, there are people out there who are like, hey, I don't care if Cobra's super autistic. I don't care if he has Asperger's. I'm gonna fucking talk shit. Fucking hilarious, dude. You know why I don't let my trolls get to me? It's because there are bigger fucking problems in the world. There are people out there who are offended because you called it breastfeeding and not chest feeding. And to be honest, that's stupid. Like, I'm all for supporting transgender and gay rights, provided that the people are of age and the shit you do with other people is of age and it's consensual. You know what I'm saying? No, look at that. What else we got? There we go. I have a fan who's getting trans realignment surgery. Yeah, good luck to what you're doing, man. The second comment I got is getting blocked, deleted, and ignored. I hate pedophiles more than I hate my trolls, to be honest. Like, my trolls are some real disgusting pieces of shit, but anybody who tries to touch kids is next level disgusting, to be honest. And like sitting there calling me a bunch of nasty fucking disgusting things when you know that Cobra seriously fucking hates pedophiles more than he hates his trolls. That's not even clever trolling. That just makes you look obsessed with it, to be honest. It's the truth. I think my trolls are obsessed with being a sick fuck, and I think my trolls need to get help for their pedophile addiction. Otherwise, if my trolls are not pedophiles, then they wouldn't sit there and text me crap like that.
Intelligent and the highest sought after young people in our country right now and other countries all over the world. They should be able to have informed decisions. They should be able to have debate. They should be able to disagree. But right now, they are not. Could you imagine if ANU, a student there, came out, or a professor or a teacher or a tutor, came out and said that they think that this whole chest feeding thing is fucking stupid?
Yes. Could you imagine? I think my trolls are pedophiles, and I think my trolls are obsessed with me, and I think my trolls are jealous of me. If they weren't, then they wouldn't text me stupid shit as much as they can. Trying to suck because Cobra's not getting mad at your stupid text messages. He just blocks and ignores it. You see it on camera, and you're like, God damn it. I want Cobra to get pissed off at what I say to him. It's not fair. It's against my religion, dickhead. Satanic 11 rules of the earth as doctrined by the Church of Satan. Rule number 9, you sick fucking assholes.
Can you imagine the backlash that they would receive?
No shit. Isaiah Butterfield, fucking preach to the moon and back. Exactly. I'm all for political correctness and accepting the whole trans gay thing, but when we're so inclusive with it, that the idea of, you said breastfeeding, that's gender inclusive. It's enough to make me want to rip my goddamn hair out, or what little left I have of it. Like, you got, my fucking trolls are nothing compared to what people like George Floyd have gone through. You know? Like, there are people out there who get attacked just for being black, not because they're a famous YouTuber or because some of their opinions might be controversial. Fuck off.
They would lose their job. They would lose tenure. They would receive. They would be kicked out of the fucking uni.
No shit. Yes, if the professors or students that came out at a university who said calling it chest feeding is stupid, it's been called breastfeeding for centuries, why do we have to change it? It's not hurting anyone legitimately. People are just way too sensitive and they need to grow the fuck up. No, long live Ozzy fucking Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, but that's beside the point. Could you imagine YouTube? They'd be sitting there going, I can't, oh my God, you said what? This is how I interpret Ozzy Osbourne's suicide solution. He talks about drinking alcohol instead of killing yourself and that you shouldn't kill you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You're depressed, so you drink because you're depressed, kind of thing. I can relate to Ozzy's music, and I tend to understand it a lot more than most people do. Or at least I think I do, to be honest. I think when I hear the song Suicide Solution by Ozzy Osbourne, it's a song about drinking to cope with your depression. You know what I'm saying? How alcohol can be just as destructive as killing yourself if you let it get out of hand. And I love to drink, but it gets to a point where I'm like, hey, well, slow down. I woke up and this is like the first drink I'm having. I don't even care. Now, some kid killed themselves because they heard Suicide Solution and Ozzy got blamed for it. I'm just like, what? Okay, someone misinterpreted the music. That's not the musician's fault, to be honest. Fuck suicide.
Terrified of offending people, and they know through cancel culture.
No, they tried to cancel culture Sharon Osbourne for being a racist, and I'm just like, are you fucking retarded? No, when I look at Ozzy Osbourne, I'm like, here's some goth hippie who says the world's fucked up. I'm a fucked up individual, but I'm making the best of it. Like, yeah, it's no secret that Ozzy Osbourne had a problem with drugs and alcohol, but he got better and sobered up. And that's kind of my attitude towards those things, is if you have a problem with drugs and alcohol, then you should sober up and find other things to do. But if you can do drugs and alcohol without it completely fucking up your life or controlling you, and you're not a complete asshole with or without it, who cares? The problem isn't drugs and alcohol, YouTube. The problem is people. That might sound controversial, but it's the truth. Alcohol gets a bad name because of the assholes who drink too much and beat their wives. It's the fucking truth. Like, when I drink, I don't get violent with people when I drink unless they're getting violent with me. Like, when I drink, I turn into an honest alcoholic who's a smart ass. I tell it like it is, and like I have no filter sometimes. Like, I don't care if it offends you, I'm gonna tell it like it is, and that's the truth. If you don't like it, I don't care. This is why I keep my mouth shut when I'm at a bar. If I go to a bar and I'm drinking and I see someone else talking to their buddy about their problems, I want to step in and say something, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, no. Just keep my mouth shut and don't say shit. That's the truth of it. Like, you look at Sharon Osbourne, it's like, even when people are not trying to be racist, they get perceived as racist just because they're white, or because everyone who isn't white, sometimes they want to be offended, just like the rest of our culture. Controversial. I'm sorry, but it's the goddamn truth. Like, people of certain minorities have more rights than they've had. Like, you compare the 1950s to like 2021. Certain minorities like blacks and everyone else, y'all got more rights. And yes, there are a lot of white people who do not like being reminded of their racist past. I'm one of the white dudes that you see that actually gives a shit about the right issues. And do you think as a white person I want to be reminded of my ancestors' racist past all the fucking time? Especially when I'm sitting here on my channel preaching power to the people, fuck racism, fuck sexism, and power to the people. The power is in our hands to make a difference, YouTube. To make a fucking difference. That's a difference that is required, that should be required by everyone, YouTube. But within reason. Can you blame the black community for being uncomfortable around us whites, especially when whites have had a history of being super racist and super prejudiced towards blacks? No. Honestly, I don't blame them for being uncomfortable in the situation. However, not every white you encounter is a racist prick. Just like, and I quote, not every black you encounter is a gangbanger and shit. Those stereotypes that exist for whites, guess what? Racial stereotypes exist for every race. And do you think people want to be reminded of their racist past or their racist, gender-based, stereotypical racist bullshit? Fuck no. Fuck no, YouTube. Fuck no. Because I can't fucking tell you, if you go off and accuse all blacks of being a certain way, they're going to say, hey, cracker, we're not all like that. Same argument, to a degree, with us whites. The only reason I say to a degree is because whites have not been discriminated like blacks have been discriminated. That's the only reason why I say to a degree. Like, white folks have had it pretty comfortable in our society, to be honest. And I wish everyone got the same treatment. I wish everyone got treated equally. But the only reason they haven't is because the system likes to distract people. Think about it. If people are busy fighting over, well, you're sexist, you're racist, you're insensitive, you're not being gender inclusive, you're not identifying proper pronouns, all this stupid bullshit in our society that you see right now. And you know what I'm talking about. If you get me and you get what I'm about, you see what I'm talking about, okay. That keeps people distracted like sheep. You're fighting with your neighbor because your neighbor said they don't support abortion rights. And you're sitting there getting into this heated discussion like, excuse me? And now you and your neighbor are fucking fighting about abortion rights. Personally speaking, I think abortion rights should be the woman's choice. If you're carrying it in your stomach, it's your right as a woman. I don't like the idea of the government and the goddamn churches telling a woman what she can and can't do with her fucking body. Power to the people. Fuck racism, fuck sexism. Power to the people.
All that type of shit. If you say something out of line, even 10 years ago, you can be called up for it now and you'll lose everything. Chest feeding may seem like an arbitrary thing to talk about, and it's certainly not the hill I'm going to.
Okay, stop. Chest feeding? No. King Cobra is going to tell it like it is. First of all, YouTube. Working on a new batch of wands. Already got one done for the batch. That's most definitely what's up. That black and green wand I made with the black shotgun shell. Chef's kiss, beautiful. It's done. It's still drying, but it's done. Working on that one that you see in the background next. One of my fans sent me a leather sticker with the Cobra Cult symbol on it. Even if the sticker wasn't in cult colors, that's kind of beside the point. The fan was like, hey man, you can put these on wands and sell them on Etsy. That'd be sick. And I was like, fucking A, you're right. That's exactly what I did. Case in point, I made a wand that's orange and red, and the way the colors bleed together, it looks really cool. You know, I'm not going to show it off on camera because I'm teasing the fans a little bit with the wands. Oh, granted, I'm a dick for teasing the fans with the wands, but provided when it hits my Etsy, I'm not worried about it. From now on, you see a wand with a shotgun shelled handle, it's going to be $44 out the door on my Etsy because I don't get to go to the shooting range very often. And you know what I'm saying? Like, on top of that, shells are expensive. You know? Shotgun shell ammo gets expensive. I don't get to go to the range very often. Pomegranate, Bacardi. Pomegranate, my ass. This is dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, Bacardi, and some Coca-Cola. That's pretty tasty. I call it a Dragon Cobra. That sounds pretty tasty. I'm like, what are you going to name this drink combo, you fucking autistic spurg? Let's call it Dragon Cobra because it's got dragon fruit, Bacardi, and Coca-Cola. Even though Coca-Cola is incredibly racist towards whites, I still like the taste of it. Don't even get me started on that crap. It's like, could you be less white? Excuse me? What the fuck did Coca-Cola just say? We're going to have to ask you to be less white? Okay. How are we supposed to be less white? Well, let me guess. We're going to have to stop pulling mass shootings and watching NASCAR and supporting Trump and guns. And we can't drink as much as we normally do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what pisses me off about it. If Coca-Cola Company would have said that about any other race, could you be less black? You know? They would have been perceived as a racist. Like, oh my God, how racist is Coca-Cola? Did you hear what they just said? But as soon as they say it about us whites, nobody gives a shit. And I'm like, that's kind of the problem with our society, you fucking dickhead. If it'd be super inappropriate and super racist to say towards black folks, then racial equality says that it's the same for whites, regardless. Because at the end of the day, you're just judging people for the color of their skin and, you know, their race and their stereotypes. And fuck that.
But when it's introduced into things like the learning culture of a country, it spreads very quickly. People
Yes! Isaac Butterfield preach. The learning culture. You know, when Sharon Osbourne, and I quote, said, then educate me, teach me, why is it, you know? People got offended and said all the shit they said. I don't see it as racist, to be honest, and I'm not just saying that because Ozzy Osbourne's one of my idols. I'm serious. If you see it as racist, then educate people. Instead of going off and calling them a racist. Maybe some people are just misinformed. You know? Like, oh, hey, you know what? I don't understand how it happens from your perspective. So educate me. When people say educate me, they're not trying to be racist. At least I hope they're not. They're saying, hey, I don't understand. Please educate me on why you think it's racist. And if the person's smart enough and the argument's legit, you can say to yourself, you know what? That's a fair point. I'm sorry for my actions and I'll work better on it next time. But you want to be truthful about it. There are some racist black folks out there, and nobody says shit about it because whites have been racist and dickheads to blacks for centuries. So all of a sudden you see a black dude who's racist towards whites. Nobody says shit because, well, the whites have oppressed. And it's like, stop. We gotta end the oppression. We gotta end the racisms. I don't give a fuck if you're black or white, Hispanic, yellow, polka dotted, purple, brown, whatever color, dude. I don't care. We gotta stop this crap. At the end of the day, dude, fuck this bullshit of, oh, colored people. Okay, fuck that. We're all colors of the rainbow. We are all colors of the fucking rainbow. Every human being is a color, regardless if you're black or white or somewhere in between. We're all colors, dude. We all bleed the same color of blood. Power to the people, YouTube. I'm saying it right now. Preach it and scream it at the hills. Power to the people. There is no reason for people to be fighting over sexist and racist bullshit. That's the kind of crap that divides us as people. We should be uniting. Women, men. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. We should be uniting as people. There's no reason for racism and sexism, man. It just divides our society. There's no need for it. Now, I heard all the racist allegations against Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne's wife, and I was like, bullshit! And even all the people doing the interviews with Ozzy are like, hey, wait a minute. I've known this couple for years, and they've never been racist or misogynistic or any of that crap. Even couples who have hung out with Ozzy and Sharon personally are going, hey, wait a minute. How the fuck is she racist? I've hung out with these people for years, and it's like, they're the least racist people I know. It's because she's white. In case you didn't get the memo. Because apparently all white people are racist. And if you say that, nobody says, hey, check your privilege. And not everyone who's white is racist. Because black people have earned privilege because of all the racist crap they've had to go through. White people have privilege because of all the crap that they've delivered. So systematically, you see how it plays out. Back in the day, you talk shit about someone who was black, you might get some grief from some people. And I'm glad that this shit has been checked. I'm glad that people are no longer allowed to be a racist or a transphobic or a homophobic without having their privilege checked. But at the same time, going after folks who support these things and they're being told, well, you're white, so automatically you're transphobic, you're homophobic, you're racist, you're this and that. It's like, that's a stereotype, you know.
It now is tomfoolery, but soon it will be commonplace. And the worst thing about all of this is it is compelled speech. You have to agree with it. You are not allowed to exist in this marketplace of ideas if you disagree with this idea. And that is fucked up. Ladies and
Yes, I agree.
gentlemen, people, motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East with Sticks. Big boys coming to the light. Bye.
Edit boy.
That's the problem with it, YouTube, to be honest. Is we're being forced into these ideologies. Like, if you want to force people into accepting transgender and homosexual ideologies, we gotta have a discussion about this. That says, hey, if you're gonna force people, not everyone's gonna be for it, but as long as they don't deliberately go out of their way to say, hey, I'm against this crap, then you can't just call them a racist or a homophobic. I watch lesbian porn on Chatterbait and X videos. So, hey, I'm not here to judge. You know what I'm saying? I go on to X videos and I'm just like, lesbian orgy. Enter. You got like a 20, 30, 40 plus of age women all getting down and dirty with each other, licking each other's tits and pussies, and you're just like, and they're all scissoring and squirting on each other, and you're just like, that's hot. Yes. So I'm not going to judge people for being gay, to be honest. I watch lesbian porn, so I'm not going to judge people for being homosexual, provided the people that they're trying to be gay with are old enough. If you're in high school and you go after someone else who was in high school and it's consensual, hey, more power to you. If you're an adult and you're in college or plus, and you go after a fellow adult who's in college and it's consensual, etc., same argument, mates. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? No, when I made the fucking video yesterday, the point was like, if you're offended by the Black Lives Matter movement, you're an insensitive snowflake and you need to be educated. And if you're offended by Black Lives Matter, you're probably offended by people saying breastfeeding. And it's a fucking truth, dude. It's like, okay, wait a second. How sensitive do you have to be? How sensitive do you have to be like, you said breastfeeding, the word breast triggers you because it's gender inclusive and it's insensitive? Are we going to be a society that gets offended by boobs? Oh wait, we're already there. Think about it. If a dude takes off his shirts and he's like super ripped, nobody says shit. But if a chick takes off her shirt and she's got some nice ass fucking double D titties, everyone's super offended. And then on top of that, fucking women are encouraged to show off their bodies on social media. And as soon as they do, they get slut shamed for it. What? There's so much ass backwards shit in our society, and it gives me a fucking headache. Oh wait, I got some Coke and Bacardi. Let me just fucking sip that real quick. The person who bought the autographed copy of Love and Vanity, it'll be there hopefully tomorrow or the next day. The people or person who ordered the signed copy of Love and Vanity, you get a signed tape, the cassette and the tape is signed. You get an autographed t-shirt, you get a handwritten thank you note, and of course a brand new bar of my cologne. I can't afford to give cologne out anymore on my purchases for Etsy just because I'm down to like my last two. I actually ordered some more tactical soap through my affiliate link, which is most definitely what's up. Now that Grondike soap affiliate link that you see in my description box below will get you some of that tactical soap. And if you use coupon code King Cobra, it'll save you 15% off your next order. So that helps me make some money and it helps you save some money. And when you get that tactical soap, trust me, fellas, you won't regret it. Tactical soap is the bee's knees. You want to smell like a rock star and gain confidence with women? Tactical soap has got you covered, dude. I never get tired of it. Like, I'll wash up with some tactical soap. I got a couple bucks. I'll go to Frosty's or I'll go to the office or I'll go to the bar. You know, I go to a bar where of age women are drinking. Yes, 21 and up is as low as I go. I could date someone who was 18, but that's as low as I go. I prefer people who are 21 and up, preferably women who are 21 and up. As Cobra's expression goes, old enough to drink, old enough to sink in the pink. How much money would you pay to have every woman you walk by go, that dude smells good? I don't know what he's wearing, but that dude smells good. I'm telling you, YouTube, tactical soap is where it's at. I went and ordered like 5 more bars of Bond Original from the Grondike Soap Company. In my opinion, the Grondike Soap Company makes amazing smelling soaps. They have 6 amazing scents to choose from. Bond number 1's my favorite. It's black. It's a charcoal-based soap, and it just smells good. All the soaps smell good, to be honest. Like, tactical soap is confidence with women when you wash with it. I shit you not. I struggle with my own Asperger's, so sometimes me talking to women, despite being the King Cobra JFS, you know, I struggle with it, I'm not gonna lie. But when I wear tactical soap and women smell me and they're just like, hey, you know what? Cobra smells good. That goth dude smells good. All of a sudden, I'm not so worried about talking to them because I feel confidence when I wear tactical soap. Okay, the Dr. Squash soap is bullshit. The bar of soap is smaller and costs more money. But with coupon code King Cobra, you can actually use that on your orders. And every time you use the affiliate link and coupon code King Cobra, that helps me make some money. That's going to help you smell good for the ladies. Now the cologne I have, it comes in like a stick form, like you see in the videos, where I dust myself with it like I don't care if it's like spray on or like brush on. Tactical soap products smell good. They're designed to help you smell good for the women. You got a wife, you want to spice up your marriage, and it's like, hey, all of a sudden you don't tell her, you know, if she's not aware or familiar with tactical soap. You order some of it, you have it shipped to your door, yo ho ho, mateys. Because you're a pirate looking for some of that booty. Okay, I'm serious. You shower with it, and your wife doesn't know nothing about it. And you're just being sneaky, like, okay, let's see how this shit really works. All of a sudden, your wife is like, oh, you smell good. And she can't keep her hands off of you. You're just like, God damn it, tactical soap works? Oh. I keep a couple, like every time my tactical soap gets down to like the sliver, I put all my tactical soap slivers in a collection. So that way I have some on hand when I run out. If I run out, I got a bunch of slivers I can wash with. That way I'm not completely out. But yeah, tactical soap is the bee's knees, YouTube. I'm serious. You go to the description box of my videos right now. You see the Grondike soap affiliate link. You click on it. You order yourself some of that soap. You type in the code King Cobra, all capital letters, KINGCOBRA, no spaces, all capital letters. You get a discount. It's 15% off. But I'm telling you right now, that'll save you some monies, and it helps me out as a tactical soap affiliate. I am a proud tactical soap affiliate because I love tactical soap. Of-age women love the way I smell. You know? But as far as this whole gender inclusive bullshit goes, I've had it. I don't have any more alcohol, which is just fine. I'll get more later when I can or feel like it. But I want to give a shout out to Bacardi. Your dragon fruit rum is delicious. That's 21 and up. I can remember when Bacardi had their peach red. That's how old I am. Bacardi peach red. Came in a bottle equally as big. And it was peach flavored Bacardi rum. It tasted like you took a bunch of peach rings and soaked it in rum and let it dissolve. The only thing that comes close to it is Bacardi's peach rum in a can that they have now. You get like a 4-pack of Bacardi rum in a can. And the closest they have to it is that. When I was much younger, Bacardi Peach Red was where it was at, dude. I'm telling you. When I was younger, Pinnacle vodka had a cotton candy flavor. And dude, I've tried Pinnacle cotton candy vodka. It is just exquisite. You want to call me a fucking autistic man-child or a sissy girl for drinking that shit? I don't care. It tastes good. That's the kind of sexist crap that I'm aiming to end on my channel. Like, if you're a dude and you want to drink cotton candy flavored vodka, I'm not here to judge, man. I'm tired of that toxic masculine culture we live in. Oh, you're drinking a girl's drink, you pussy. It's like, fuck you. Oh wow, two hours and 101 likes. I do appreciate the support I get on my live videos. You want to support the channel? Buy a t-shirt, donate to PayPal, buy some tactical soap, or buy a wand. Even if you don't do any of those things and you just tune in to watch the video, it's greatly appreciated. But selling tactical soap through my affiliate link, selling my wands, and selling t-shirts are the way I make money outside of YouTube. And the wands, yeah, they take a while to make, but it's worth it. I could spend a couple days making wands just to have them sell out in like a couple hours flat. My wands are super in demand, and I appreciate that. Oh, look at that, YouTube. Here's a shotgun shell handle. YouTube. Here's a shotgun shell handled wand that I'm working on for Etsy. It's got the cult symbol. That the color scheme of it honestly corresponds with the rest of it. It's not done, it's still drying, but check that out. This will be available on my Etsy. I had a fan who sent me some badass leather stickers with the cult symbol on it. So they're like, here's a couple of Cobra Graham leather stickers you could put on your wands. I was like, yes. That's most definitely what's up. Anyways, YouTube. I'm going to wrap this video up because it's almost 11 o'clock at night. Holy shit. Hope you're all having a fucking awesome Tuesday night. I'll catch you on the next video. Your boy Cobra, I'm serious. I'm pissed off about this gender inclusive crap. Like, I'm all for gender equality and power to the people, but at some point you gotta think, like, this is going a bit too far. When we're getting offended by terms like breastfeeding because it's not gender inclusive enough. Hey, dickhead, men do not breastfeed their children, women do. I'm sorry, get over it. Keep an eye out for the wands on Etsy, because not all the wands are going to contain a cult symbol, but the majority of the wands in this batch will contain a shotgun shelled handle. I have a shotgun shell that I fired from my gun, and then I take the casing and I save it for stuff like this. Most definitely what's up. Anyways, YouTube, hopefully, I think, personally, I think I covered my points fairly enough. Thank you for watching this 2-hour video. I'll catch you later. Subscribe for more. What's up, YouTube? It's Gothic Kinko 52 with another guitar inside. And South Park's been making new episodes of South Park, and South Park fucking rocks. And on the latest episode, which I just saw, they killed Justin Bieber in a South Park episode. They had the Dark Lord Cthulhu, and Cthulhu had his head, he's squeezing into the little faggot's head, popped. Man, I was in stitches, man. That was fucking hilarious. And of course, a lot of Justin Bieber fans are gonna be pissed off at South Park because they don't know how to take a fucking joke. Well, you know what I say to them? Fuck them, dude. Fuck Justin Bieber and fuck them. You know what? South Park makes fun of goth kids all the time. In fact, in the recent episodes, they've been ripping on the goth kids a lot. But you know what? The goth kids in South Park aren't actual goths. That's just the stereotype that people believe to be goth. And you know what? I thought it was funny too, because you know what? I'm goth. I learn to laugh at myself. Yes, goths have a sense of humor. You know what? Seriously, people. If you can't laugh at yourself, then don't fucking watch South Park. That's the point of it. You know, there's enough bullshit in this world, alright? And there's enough bullshit in our society of people just getting overly sensitive and, oh my god, we can't walk on eggshells because we might offend somebody. Well, we have to, you know? But. And they made fun of Snooki. I don't know who the fuck she was, nor did I care. And then recently, I was watching the EMAs a couple nights ago. And they played 4 or 5 artists I really liked. It was just mainstream bullshit. And they had guests of artists that show up of artists that I like. The rest of it was just mainstream bullshit. So, needless to say, I wasn't that happy with them, but it was still alright. Anyway, they had Snooki show up on the fucking show. I had no idea who the fuck Snooki was or cared. But in the cast of Jersey Shore, and I'm like, oh, that explains it, because I never watched that bullshit. Okay, here's my theory on reality. Okay, here's my theory on reality shows, man. They're just a waste of time. Unless, of course, they have meaning to their show, you know? Oh, damn it, I'm out of tea. Oh, well. Get some more later. Anyway, there's a point to reality show, then yes, watch it. But the Jersey Shore is the same stupid shit over and over and over. I need to see the freaking show to find out. I saw the preview, and it's like every other fucking reality show on MTV. It's a bunch of spoiled rotten bitches getting drunk, and a bunch of wannabe prep, fret boys, getting drunk and the next sleeping with each other. And the next day, someone's not complains about sleeping with someone with her boyfriend or whatever. It's the same fucking thing. And the camera zooms in about someone's not sleeping with someone with her boyfriend or whatever. It's the same. The next day, someone's not complains about sleeping with someone's not sleeping with someone with her boyfriend or whatever. It's just the next day, someone's not complains about sleeping with someone's not sleeping with someone with her boyfriend or whatever. Sleeping with each other, then the next day someone's not complains about sleeping with someone's not sleeping with someone with her boyfriend or whatever. It's the same fucking thing. And the camera zooms in real close, and she's all sitting on the couch like, someone else being such a bitch. Oh my god. And then you're looking at the TV, you're watching this, going, why the fuck am I watching the Jersey Shore? Okay, I'm asking you people, why the fuck do you watch shit like that? It's mind numbing. If you wanted to numb your brain cells, okay, you could huff your cologne or your perfume. It'd be just as easy. And you know what? You'd actually get something out of it. You get high. First time for everything, right? So, fuck the Jersey Shore. Ah, that's good. Speaking of South Park, I'm walking on sunshine. Woohoo! First time for everything, right? I'd say, whoa, dude, this is a lot funner than watching the Jersey Shore. Just watching the preview, I was like, this looks like total fucking garbage. Now, some shows on MTV are alright. Pit My Ride, that's always a cool show to watch. Watch people's cars go from shitty to, yeah, But fucking reality shows like the Jersey Shore, and then The Hills. It's not real reality, it's scripted reality shows. So it's twice as stupid and twice as brain-numbing. So that requires twice as much huffing. Okay, man, I totally see it. It's not a reality show, but it's a reality show within a reality show, man. Who the fuck writes this shit, Oh, okay, if you're running low on your perfume or cologne, if you're a guy or a girl, mix them together and make your own smell and brand. That's what I do with my cologne, and I call it Fog. I mixed all my colognes together, and I really like the smell. Oh, that's good. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh no, you brought wash rag. Tally's the shit. I love. Yeah, man. I need a cigarette, but I can't go outside and smoke. Oh. Oh, that's good shit. Yeah, that's way more entertaining than watching the Jersey Shore. A lot more educational, too. Fuck Jersey Shore. Fuck it. Ah. Anyway, it's like people get pissed off and people, it's like they make fun of people from the Jersey Shore. Snooky wants snursh, what the fuck? I saw that, I'm like, who the hell is Snooky? Do I even care? And then I found out it was a character off the Jersey Shore, and that explained why South Park made fun of it. They made it too easy. The Jersey Shore is too easy to make fun of. Anyone can make fun of it, man. It's like, hey, yo, it's party, oh, and then the next day they're like this. Oh shit, I slept next to Snooky. Oh man, my girlfriend's gonna be so pissed at me. And the guy's girlfriend's all, so yes, last night, this morning, the girl's all getting pissed off because she caught Snooky in bed with her boyfriend. I'm just guessing that's what the show's about, basically. It was people catching each other, sleeping with each other, and then getting pissed about it. Snooky's all, you don't want to fuck with me, girl, I will fuck you up. Ah, and then I saw Snooki on TV at the EMAs, and she looked a little fat in the outfit she was wearing. Just saying, And honestly, Justin Bieber fans, if you're getting pissed off at the episode of South Park, you shouldn't be watching it, because South Park is for anybody who has a sense of humor, who can learn to laugh at themselves. Okay? South Park makes fun of the goth kids. Those aren't actual goths in real life. It's just a stereotype of goth, you know? Goths tend to appreciate the more darker side of life. Like, I don't see evil in death. Goths don't see evil in things like death and stuff like that, you know? It's not, death is not evil, it's a natural thing. But to some, it's, oh, I hate death, you know? Well, you know what, dude? You're gonna die someday, so you might as well get used to death and just wait for it peacefully. How much time have I wasted rambling about nothing? Oh, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Yay! So who's next on South Park? Lady Gaga? Okay, I know people think, in my opinion, I don't think she can sing. I think she's terrible. And she's all trying to be weird and all that. But guess what, girl, okay? Lady Gaga, you know, tries the whole I'm weird and random bullshit. Okay, girl, guess what? Musicians have done that before. Marilyn Manson before you. And before him, Michael Jackson. So you know what? You're not being original, okay? Whatever, man. People, you know, people think Justin Bieber's music. Well, guess what? Newsflash, he's not. Boy bands like that are not music. They're a fad. Why are they a fad? I just dropped my ring on the floor. Holy shit! Okay, reasons why music like that is not a fad. It's a fad because as soon as the next boy comes along, you know, that's younger, you know, hipper, whatever, Justin Bieber's old news. If you noticed, since Justin Bieber came out, the Jonas Brothers are old news. It's kind of something I've noticed when I'm watching the news of music. Is that when the NSYNC came out, then the Backstreet Boys, and the Jonas Brothers, now Justin Bieber. So as soon as the next boy group or boy comes along, Justin Bieber's old news. So, yeah. To me, music shouldn't be about how many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. It should be about the music. If anything, the girls you get with your music, girls you can make wet their underage. To me, music shouldn't be about how many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. It should be about. To me, music shouldn't be about how many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. How many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. How many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. It should be about the music. Shouldn't be about how many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. Music shouldn't be about how many girls you can make wet their underage at your concert. It should be about the music. If anything, the girls you get with your music are a bonus. It's just my opinion. And when they made fun of Justin Bieber on South Park, I'm like, yes, finally! I love South Park, man! You could watch paint dry or grass grow. It'd be more entertaining than watching the Jersey Shore, because watching that is like huffing 20,000 pounds of cologne. You're literally dumbing yourself down with the same stupid shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I didn't have to see a fucking episode to know it looks stupid. I saw a preview for it and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck was that? And the recent episodes when they killed Justin Bieber, the newest one, you go to southparkstudios.com and you can watch every episode they have available for free. And the other thing I like about the episode is when Mint Berry Crunch actually has superpowers. You know, I was like, what? And they kind of was like a twister, like Mint Berry Crunch, spoiler alert, actually saved the day from Cthulhu and all that. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, man. And Mint Berry Crunch's actual sister is the goth chick in South Park, so I thought that was kind of funny. But yes, I can barely sweep on 3 strings. I just learned it. So, a little note: you gotta sweep, pick up and down with your string while simultaneously keeping the same speed with your fingers. For example, Well, letting go off the string so each note rings off each other. Not like ring, but stops and then goes on. I know I suck at sweeping, but like anything with an instrument, guitar takes practice, and practice makes perfect. Ha ha! And it's taken me a lot of practice to get where I'm at right now, so don't give up on your instrument too quickly, people. Find an instrument you love, but you want to get good at it right away. No one's perfect or born good at it right away, okay? Practice makes perfect. And the unfortunate thing with today's mainstream music, it doesn't matter if you can sing or act, it just means you just have to look sexy, and that's all that matters. Because looks aren't going to get you a fucking talent career, I would think, but apparently I'm wrong, because girls find Justin Bieber super attractive, they automatically assume he can sing. Well, they're fucking wrong, obviously. The same can be said for High School Musical, Lady Gaga, all that mainstream bullshit. It's just rubbish. Absolute fucking rubbish, man. It's like our society is losing faith in actual decent music. AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Cradle of Filth, metal, rock and roll, man. What happened to it? It's still there. Listen to it. Listen to some real music. Ha. That's all I gotta say on the subject of my guitar insights. Ha! This is Gothic King Cobra 52 with guitar insight. Hello, this is Gothic King Cobra 52 with Guitar Insights. I had some graduation money from when I graduated from high school, and I got a new iPod because I need one. An iPod Shuffle is the little square one. I got a new iPod. It's right here, little iPod Nano. I like the iPod now, but it can be frustrating at times. So if you do get an iPod Nano, be patient with it and learn how to use it, and don't just get pissed off right away. I know I did because it was kind of frustrating because I'm like, how do you work this thing? And I figured it out eventually. But also got a bike for going to and from work whenever I get a job. Hopefully I'll get a job soon. I need one. What the fuck? Weird. Anyway,
I was watching Nancy Grace last night, and apparently Lindsay Lohan got in trouble for some shit again. Poor Lindsay Lohan. I feel bad for her. Really beautiful, really talented, and she's stressed about all kinds of shit, and she's throwing her career away to pills and cocaine, which isn't very smart. I mean, I feel bad for her, you know? On the other hand, she's in total control of her own life, you know? She's, choosing to make these decisions, and I wish she wouldn't, because it's a shame to see a talented, beautiful actress like that, throw her career away to pills and cocaine. And she called the judge a fucking bitch. And granted, if I was in her position, I'd feel the same way, because I don't like getting in trouble when I get caught, but when it happens, it happens. And she's not a bitch, okay? She's just doing her job. I mean... And that would really suck if Lindsay Lohan died because she had an overdose of cocaine or pills or some shit like that. I mean, that would really suck. It'd be another Michael Jackson. People would be all sad about it, and I'd be sad about it too because she's really beautiful. I hate to see her die. That would really suck. And the thing about Michael Jackson too is that people just criticize him and treat him like shit, like they do any other celebrity, and criticize and spread rumors and shit. And then as soon as he dies, he's like a fucking war hero or some shit. What the fuck is that? It's weird too, because I want to be a famous musician when I grow up. And I've had several dreams where I've married Lindsay Lohan, had a kid with her, and we live in this house. It's such a weird experience to have those dreams because it feels so real, and you wake up and go, oh, it hasn't happened yet. Nah. I've been working on my CD. I've only gotten 2 more songs done. Check my tunes. Since my last song called Killing Annoying Celebrities, I've gotten 4 more songs done after Life. What has happened? Killing Annoying Celebrities. I play bits of Justin Bieber and the Jonas Brothers songs, and I go, what the fuck is this shit? And I make gun sounds, just to be a total smart ass, and then done's pretty good. Souls from Hell. The song's about my truck that I'm working on. Hopefully be done soon enough. And a song about my awesome tattoo called My Symbol. Let's see that right there. Yeah. Symbol. It's getting there. I got 16 songs. 17. Yeah, I'll get a couple more. I'll get 20. It's 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 4 more songs. I'll have 20. So yeah, it'll be a pretty full-size CD. So far, it's 2.7 hours. That's pretty long for a CD. Although I do think that Lindsay Lohan was comparing herself to, like, some lady getting stoned to death. That was a bit overdramatic, but at the same time, I do feel bad for her. She's a celebrity, and celebrities tend to be stressed out because, they're put under the spotlight all the time, and they're expected to be perfect. Well, newsflash world, nobody's perfect, not even celebrities, and we all make mistakes, but... running over some guy's foot, and then all that shit, I mean, it's just, She's sad because she's really, really, really sexy, and she's really, really, really talented, and she's throwing her career away to doing drugs and shit, I mean, if she has to take the pills for medical purposes, then fine. But I don't see how cocaine is a medical purpose. Prescribe her some medical marijuana, and then she won't be so like tense and all the time. She'll calm down. She won't be like off the wall and shit. So I don't know. Went to go take my driver's test and I failed twice. That really bites. But first time taking it, and I'm 19. It's weird, but whatever. If you've heard Lindsay Lohan sing, I thought, wow, a Disney Channel star that can actually sing. Because she was on a project at Disney for a while with Herbie and shit like that. And then, hopefully she'll sober up before it's too late. Learn to drink responsibly and, I don't know. Sober up before it's too late. Hopefully she'll sober up before it's too late. Hopefully she'll sober up before it's too late. Hopefully she'll sober up before it's too late. Learn to drink responsibly and, I don't know. Like Ozzy Osbourne too, he had a drug problem and he sobered up and he's still as cool as he ever was, even without the drugs and all that, so yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if we heard an autobiography of Lindsay Lohan's. That would be in the makes after she sobered up over a couple of years. Lipton peach tea, delicious. I didn't stir it very good with the powdered mix that I got with Lipton's peach tea mix. So it kind of settled to the bottom. So when I get to the bottom of the tea jug, it's all sweet and peachy. It's really good. Almost 7 minutes, damn. I just hate to see someone as beautiful as Lindsay Lohan, throw her career away and make all these shitty decisions and all that and just be on the news all the time. So it's like, Lindsay Lohan did this, and this, and this, and the world is shocked. No, not really. Come on, she's a celebrity. It comes down to just leave her the fuck alone. Leave celebrities alone. They're people. Just because they're famous for what they do doesn't mean you have to, fucking harass them all the goddamn time. It's just gonna be another Britney Spears or whatnot, and she's gonna go crazy. Either that or she's gonna die, and we don't want that. She's really pretty, and Britney Spears or whatnot. Fucking harass them all the goddamn time. It's just gonna be another Britney Spears or whatnot, and she's gonna go crazy. Either that or she harass them all the goddamn time. It's just gonna be another Britney Spears or whatnot, and she's gonna go crazy. Either that or she's gonna die, and we don't want that. She's really pretty, and I don't think we need to see that. It'd just be really sad. And the weird thing is too, is because celebrities, they do one stupid mistake or two or three or four or a dozen, and the paparazzi's on them like a microscope. They're like, zoom in, and they're kind of trapped around this light, and they're trying to get to the car, and they got a shitload of cameras going. Lindsay Lohan, what's this, and this, and this? Just blah, 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 blah. She's trying to get to her car, and Lindsay Lohan, trying to get into her car, and she's got like 20,000 cameras on her. That's gotta really suck. I feel bad for her, but at the same time, she does all the shit to get all the attention in the first place, so she's in total control of it. you know, are you serious? Oh fuck, the video's too long, damn it. Hey YouTube, this is Gothic King of Chill with another guitar inside. Now, I was reading People magazine just to see if I could like find something to do a guitar inside on, and I did. Ozzy Osbourne is doing a Best Buy commercial with Justin Bieber. One of my idols with Justin Bieber. Nice, huh? Yeah. And I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I do not particularly care for his music. I despise it, and yes, I am jealous that he's making it and I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and deny it anymore. I mean, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. I'm wrong. But can anyone sing that high? Unless they have no balls. I mean, really? He isn't hitting puberty anytime soon. But I figure Ozzy's just doing it because he wants recognition for his music too. He wants all those young fans Justin Bieber has to recognize some of his music. Either that or he's talented in the kid, which I don't think he has talent. I don't know why our society is taking to him so quickly, but whatever. If you want to stop his career, seriously though, quit with the comments on Justin Bieber on every video. I mean, I'm watching a random video and I'm not even thinking about Justin Bieber or making a negative comment. Pop, there's one right there on the comment section. And I'm like, oh my god. If you hate the fucker, then ignore him and quit making comments about him, because by doing that, you're getting him attention. And even when you're saying shit like, stop giving him all the attention, stop commenting like I'm doing, I'm being hypocritical because I've done it before. But I've gotten better at just not doing it at all. Only when the comment plays reference to the video. So if you want to stop his career, ignore him, stop with the comments, and support other musicians on iTunes, like myself, for instance. I'd love to be where he's at right now, making all the money and all the cars. If I had his money, I wouldn't spend it all on cars, though. I'd spend it on my pickup and then use the rest of it to build my dream house. I've made plans for a second Empire Gothic mansion that I want to build with a clock tower. It's pretty freaking sweet. I'll show you what the front looks like. I have the plans drawn out on paper. This is my design for a house I want to build for myself. With my awesome symbol at the top. Yeah. That's actually a dream house of mine I want to build. Now, I actually know of a company that makes clock and bell towers and shit like that. So that won't be a problem. I'll have to just email a company and tell them what I want for my house, and then they make the tower and all the stuff for it, and then it just goes on top of the house while the house is being worked on. How much it's going to cost me, I don't know. But seriously though, if you want to stop Justin Bieber's career, you can stop it. You just have to think of other ways of doing it, because you waste your time making negative comments. Some of them are really awful, some of them are really funny. But it doesn't seem to be working. Your intent for those comments obviously is to make him feel like shit, make Justin Bieber kill himself, make him want to quit his career. It hasn't worked. So you can find more productive ways of getting rid of Justin Bieber. Now, I can't sing that high, so I'll give him credit for that, I guess. But I really particularly just despise his music. I heard it one day on YouTube on one of his music videos, and I just about gagged. I'm like, oh my god. I'd rather listen to emo metal, be labeled a hypocrite, than listen to Justin Bieber. And emo metal sucks just as bad, because I'm goth. That's why I'd be hypocritical. But so if you want to stop his career, I'll post 2 links in the description box below to show you of my 2 CDs. And if you watched my channel before, I'm actually working on a 3rd CD called The Highway of Life, and I've already got 2 songs done. And for all you haters out there, I'm not going to stop. Your comments are not going to stop me from doing what I love to do, and that's music. So, also, I got to finish filling out applications for a Job Corps. I'm going to Job Corps in Utah, and possibly to, get a degree in auto body, because I love working on cars, I love working with the body of cars. It's always really fun for me. My Uncle Don has the same exact knowledge, he just chooses not to use it. He never finishes his shit, which is kind of sad, actually, because I've heard legend of his amazing cars he's created, my uncle's cars, but he's never quite finished anything, so I've always wanted to have his knowledge, and with Job Corps I can have that. Now, whether they teach you how to work on an engine or not, I'm not sure, but that'd be nice to know too, because I have a 52 Ford pickup with an F-150. It's an F-150 with an 84 Ford Windsor 351 dual exhaust. It sounds nice. Hopefully by the end of February I get to bring it home and start working on it. And with Job Corps training, that'll help me further my education. So, yeah. Like downside is I won't be able to bring my guitar with me to Job Corps. That'll really suck. I'll miss it. But after like 2 weeks, I think they let you come home and visit or have your parents visit. So when parents visit me in Job Corps, they can bring my guitar and I can show off for people. Even though I don't plan on being very social in Job Corps, you know, I plan on being one of the quiet people, I guess, because I'm not particularly a social person. I have a couple of friends I really like and I hang out with a lot. But I don't know. Job Corps should be an interesting experience. It'll help me grow up a little bit, help me learn how to live on my own. So it's beneficial, I guess. But knowing Ozzy Osbourne, it should be a funny commercial with Justin Bieber in it. I hope it is anyway. I don't know what our society sees in him, other than the fact that he can sing really high. Ugh. I've seen bits of Glee. He makes that one gay kid look like a tanner, man. That's how high he sings. It's like, oh my god. And Glee, why do we, oh my god. I've only seen bits of it. I think it's the most obnoxious show in the world. And my entire family that I live with watches it, except for me, which is kind of weird, because usually it's me and my dad watch South Park, you know, and then, you know, so we all have different tastes and likes. So if you want to stop his career, for the love of God, please stop with the comments. Do them when they're funny. Don't just do them because you can. I mean, that's YouTube. There's no filter on YouTube. So you could literally say the most disgusting, nasty, negative thing you could think of and cuss, and YouTube won't censor it. It's freedom of speech, I guess. It's not a problem. But it's the problem with people who abuse that. So, But yeah, I'm looking forward to building my dream house here. This is the front view. It's Second Empire Gothic Victorian mansion with my symbol at the top and my initials right there. See, there's the clock tower face and the bell tower bell go right there. And my room would be right there. So yeah, it's always cool to have something to dream for, you know, because you never know. Life's too short to spend wasting your time worrying about stupid shit. You know, you spend your life making negative, just your time worrying about stupid shit. You know, you spend your life to spend wasting your time worrying about stupid shit. You know, you spend your life making negative Justin Bieber comments when they don't do what you want them to do. You spend your life wasting away worrying about this chick likes you or not. You really have no life, honestly. I mean, I have the worst luck with girls, and I used to hate it, but now I just don't give a shit anymore because I know it's never going to happen, so I spend no time worrying about it whatsoever, and I'm a lot happier because of it. So if you're worrying about it, you're letting love control your life, and that's no fun either. So that's about it as far as my guitar inside, I guess. It's gonna have like a trapdoor basement too, my dream house, you know. So it's like 4 floors and a shit ton of rooms. How am I gonna make this dream a reality? I'm gonna become a famous musician. I got a YouTube account, which you're obviously watching right now. I got almost 3 CDs on iTunes, so. And I've also promised myself that if I become a famous musician, I'm gonna donate a lot of money to the Cancer Society to find a cure for cancer, because that's a pretty huge killer in our country. And when I'm old enough where my smoking is going to affect me, they'll find a cure for it, which would be sweet. Because picture this, if you will: if they found a cure for cancer, smoking and tobacco would no longer be dangerous. You could literally take a pill and boom, it'd be gone. Wouldn't that be a cool reality to have? So I've promised myself that if I do become a famous musician and I make a shitload of money, I'm going to donate a lot of it to the Cancer Society to help the lives of people, because that way if people see me smoking a pipe or a cigar or a cigarette or any tobacco in public, they'll be like, "Put that, are you giving us lung cancer?" Like, no, if it's a pipe, there's no secondhand smoke. I'd be like, fuck off, I donated the money to Cancer Society, because really, honestly, we can make a difference in people's lives, and Justin Bieber's life. You just ignore him, ignore his career, get someone else noticed, and donate money to the Cancer Society. You could really make the United States just a little bit more enjoyable, because quite frankly, I don't see why people like his music. I don't. I mean, I really don't get it. I can't sing that high, so. I guess if that counts as talent, I guess it is. But whatever. So is anybody in the contract, like construction industry, can anyone give me an idea on how much a house like this might cost? What I'm looking at for my dream house: 32 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, 1 parlor, 4 bathrooms, 1 laundry room, 1 trapdoor basement, it's in the basement, 1 belfry, which is with the below the, like my room's like right there, like the room above that, my room's like right there, or actually right there, and then there's the belfry and the bell tower and the clock faces, so that's from, yeah. 1 bell housing, which is where the bell goes, 4 clock faces, and 1 dining room. So, all in all, we're looking at 48 rooms. I have an idea of square footage. I just want the house to look like this, and have that many rooms, and kind of the floor plan's kind of like this. I guess you enter, there's the stuff, and you enter and all that. So, I'm not sure how much it's going to cost, but if you do troll YouTube and watch videos and stuff, if you do happen to know anybody or know something about this, could you please let me know in the comment section or an email? That'd be great. And I'll post links for my 2 CDs in my description box. And when I get the 3rd CD down, I'll post a link for that in my video. Any video when I mention that, and About Me page on my YouTube channel. And my CD links are also on the About Me YouTube page on my YouTube account channel, whatever. So, yeah. If you want more guitar playing, more rants, more singing, whatever I do on my YouTube channel, check it out and subscribe. It'd be way cool of you. Spread the word, man. Get me noticed. Because we all can stop Justin Bieber if you don't like his career, in a lot more positive and more productive way. And that's supporting other artists and ignoring him and quit commenting about him. Until then, this is Gothic King Cobra 52 with sights. Yeah! Hey YouTube, this is Gothic King Cobra 52 with another guitar insight. And my 2nd CD, Darkened Days, is now on iTunes. If you guys want to check it out, I'll post a link in the description below. And as it turns out, a lot of artists have that same theme going, I guess, Darkened Days, whatever. Let's see. I'm on my Mac on the iTunes right now. Darken My Fire, a Gothic something, I'm not sure what that's called. I'll check it out and see. Darken My Fire, a Gothic tribute to the Doors. That's not mine, but the Doors are pretty cool. Cast Iron Letters, that's not mine. Mine's Darkened Days, King Cobra, released December 29, 2010. You'll recognize it with the picture of the cemetery, all black and white, with the demonic like phantom in the middle, and it says Darkened Days on top. And below it says King Cobra, and below it says JFS, and then the Parental Advisory Explicit Lyrics logo. But yesterday, yesterday, like I said, yesterday or the day before, I posted it, and which is a major pain in the ass, but money well worth spent if it takes off. And I had to shrink and fuck with the size on the CD cover to get it to fit, but it works, I guess. You know, it's there. Yeah, all 12 songs. My Mom Laura, Bones in the Ashes, Satanic Stoners. That was a song for shits and giggles. My Symbol, song about my awesome tattoo. Too Good to Be True, Devil's Thunder, Darkened Days, Love Addiction, Funeral Song, Fuck the Corporation, A Crime Against Music, and Love. I now have 22 songs on iTunes, and if you get a chance, if you like Darkened Days, you might like Blood Cemetery. It's my first CD. I'll post a link for both CDs in this video in the description box below. Now what I did is I took GarageBand and I created my own songs in GarageBand and put them on my iTunes. And from iTunes, I just drag a song from my iTunes folder to the desktop and then post it on the website. And I'm paying $50 for each album, so I spent $100 to post 2 CDs. And the first CD, Blood Cemetery, has 10. The second one has 12. So yeah, for $100, I can post 22 songs. That's a pretty good deal. I'll give you guys a sample of my work here, so you get an idea what you're buying. If you do buy it, much appreciated. If you do, you can check it out, I guess. Where have you been? The first song I wrote about my mom, Laura, because I'm extremely pissed off at her, my real mom. That was one of the shittiest times of my life, apart from high school. So I figured it'd be fitting to express my anger in a song titled My Mom Laura. Yeah. Bones in the Ashes. Song about the Holocaust. I'm not Jewish or have any Jewish heritage, but I was in art class one day. I had some free time, and while I was working on my art project, I was writing down a song called Bones in the Ashes. So one day I thought that'd be cool, like Bones in the Ashes. I thought that'd be cool for a song. And then it came to me just to do a song about the Holocaust. And then I was writing in art class, and it just came to me, musical inspiration. And one of my fun songs, just for funny satanic stoners, the reason why it's funny because stoners are so mellow and Satanists are so uptight and serious, but I try to take the two and put them together. It's like, what happened to the damn goat we were sacrificing? Oh, sorry man, I ate it, I got the munchies. And then the other guy goes, oh, at least we could drink the blood, or use the blood. And then the other guy goes, no man, my friend over there, he had cotton mouth, he drank the blood. And then the other guy get pissed off, and I'm like, why the hell would you drink and eat goat and goat's blood? Why couldn't you go to the convenience store? And they'd be like, well, man, we'd go to 7-Eleven, man, but we're in the middle of a forest doing a satanic ritual, so we couldn't. So it's just a dark sense of humor song. The beginning of it's pretty funny. I'll play it. Sounds like a demon hitting the bubbler. Oop. Next one. What I did was I used an empty Zippo lighter to make the lighter effects, and then I used the bubbling bubble effect in GarageBand. Demonic, 666 420, satanic stoner. Psychedelic, man. My symbol is just a song about my tattoo and what it means and all that. So, A lot of people ask me, what is this symbol on my tattoo? Too Good to Be True is a song I wrote about a girl I used to have a major crush on, a bit of an obsession, and I've gotten over it, but the bitter memories are still there, and so I wrote a song about that. Too Good to Be True is pretty good. I love the violin in it. This song is for a girl I love very much, but she hated me, and the stupid high school mind games throwing bullshit. Fuck it. I tell you, I got done making this song. The violin and the piano. I used to use violin because usually I'll make a mixture of violin and piano for my songs. But this song was just so amazing. I thought it was really good. Just the power of the lyrics. They were true. They were one of my more. This is a more personal album. This is one of those songs that's more personal, like My Mom Laura. And I tell you, I used a piano soundtrack, but I made it sound like a violin. My violin bit that I use in most of my songs, and this is really powerful. I really like it. Devil's Thunder. Devil's Thunder is basically a song like two giant middle fingers to the ignorant right-wing Christian society, who, the same people, in fact, who say Harry Potter is trying to conform us to witchcraft and be a Wiccan. When Wiccans, in fact, are people who practice magic with nature. They're not bad people. And it's really like, whatever. And when I was in first grade, I sucked at reading, and no help from my first grade teacher because she was really old and really cranky, had no patience with me. But Harry Potter not only captured my imagination, but it also helped me learn how to read. So I really love Harry Potter. It's an awesome series and awesome books. I'll play it. I am so going to hell for this song. Well, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Here's what I gotta say before the song starts. Check it. This song is two giant middle fingers. All you ignorant motherfuckers who think you know God because you think you know what he thinks. Fuck you. You don't know what he thinks. He may or may not exist. But if he does exist, you ain't God, so you know what the fuck he thinks. Also, to the monks, to the priests, to the preachers, and here's to the Pope and to the nuns. Message from the Exorcist. So eat it.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Stick your cock up her ass, you motherfucking worthless cocksucker. Jesus, fuck you! Jesus, fuck you! Man, fuck you! Lift me!
Are you ready to summon him? I'll take that as a yes. Wow! Those two ladies are 5 hours. Drinking on holy water. Darkened Days, of course. Darkened Days. Darkened Days. Name of the CD guy with a theme song. That's a pretty good song. Love Addiction, another personal song. I struggle with it because of my Asperger's and my obsession and whatnot, but I've gotten over it and realized that I'm not the kind of person that should be falling in love.
Is there anyone else who would like to share with us tonight?
Yeah. Funeral song. And I did use chunks of other artists' songs in my CD here to make my songs cooler. I'll point them out in a minute. Next song, Fuck the Corporation. This song is a giant middle finger to two giant middle fingers, yes, to the mainstream, to preppies, to the higher class corporation, the fat cats in their offices, the hours of the media for brainwashing children. Fuck you! I provide all the singing and the guitar in this CD. A crime against music. This is basically a song about how Justin Bieber, the Jonas Brothers, all those mainstream assholes who are destroying music, in my opinion anyway. People actually listen to their shit, I don't know why, but... Well, a song called Love, another personal song. Devil's Thunder, I did use a Cradle of Filth bit from one of their songs. The Dark Angel led me that light to death feels too. We have heaven in sight. They repeat that over and over and over for like a minute and a half or whatever, and the loudest bit before it whispers, the last bit is what I used. I'll play the song. I'm just gonna give credit to them because I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement. Because I love to meet Cradle of Filth, especially Danny Phillips, one of my idols, but meeting him on the end of a courtroom would suck. Archangel, Dark Angel, lend me thy light. To death's veils till we have heaven in sight. Archangel, Dark Angel. It goes on like that, and the loudest bit. Your Dark Angel, lend me thy light. That bit right there is the loud bit I used for my song, the really loudest bit before it whispers. Love Addiction, I used an opening from an Eminem song where, you know, the one where Eminem's like at a meeting for drug addiction or whatever, and the guy goes, is there anyone else like to chill with us tonight? I used that bit from an Eminem song. I'll find it on YouTube. And that's as much as I can remember, I think. The rest of it I just used in GarageBand and my own guitar. So Darkened Days, I really like it. It's got some personal songs and some kind of fun to listen to songs, you know, shock value, whatever, but the lyrics are a bit controversial and dark, but there's a method to my madness behind the lyrics, not just random cussing and whatever. So, what song was it? I can't find the one I'm thinking of, but I think it's beautiful. Let me just.
We could really use some extra cash.
Okay, I don't know the name of the song. I'm running out of time on YouTube, but you get the idea. It's the song, you know. I'll look it up on my next guitar on site and point it out, I guess, because I'm running out of time. But so if you like a new experience in metal, I guess you check out my CDs. They're pretty cool. I'm hoping to become a famous musician and have my shit on iTunes take off, but it's a bit difficult right now because I don't know what the deal is, but hopefully they take off. I'd like them to take off. And that day while I was working on after I posted my second CD, I ordered an airsoft gun, so when that comes in the mail and comes, I'll show you guys the gun I ordered. So this is Gothic King of Chew with Guitar in Sight.
Why, yeah.